Hi ladies, this is Emily and I just want to give you an update on Summer's Talker. On her desk, you'll find a packet for each one of you. And in that packet is a page that talks about all the personalized categories Summer has had. So you'll see my notes on them. Some of them I just copied them over exactly the same as what we already have. And some are very outdated. And so I thought Summer would enjoy helping to update them. I think you'll know what I mean when you look at them. And so my plan is that next week during school time, we will work on some of those categories. The other thing about those categories is that some of those words are now found automatically in the BLAST level. For example, under feel, you can see that happy and sad are both in a category together, opposites. So there wasn't really any need to also put sad under my feelings again. So on her old category under feel, or the jam level, sad was under my feelings. There it is right there. But it is no longer under feelings because it isn't needed. So that'll take a little getting used to for us and for her. My plan is to explain all of this to her on Monday. So for now, go ahead and keep using, for the next couple days and the weekend, go ahead and use the Accent 1200 with the plug-in switch. And it's just identical to what she's been doing. And then on Monday, I'd like to introduce her to BLAST level as well as talk about the changes in the categories. So that's the second sheet that I have for you. It has words that are in a new location. Some words are in the same square but just moved around, and others are moved to entirely different squares. Hopefully I caught all of them. I tried to list all the words that were in different locations and tell if they had been changed to a new square or if they had just been moved around inside the same square. And the last thing I have for you is just a printout. I know it's really small, but this is off their website so that you can see the old version versus the new version to see where things have been changed. And that is laminated. So that's what's in the packet for you. A couple of other things I wanted to say. One is make sure on the BLAST level you're not supposed to change anything if there's a black arrow. So for example, if I go into feel category, you can see the black arrow. So even though there's all those white spaces, do not fill them. But if you go into my feelings, you can see that there's a green arrow and a white square, and that means you can add and change on here, that row. Let me see if I can find another example. So I don't want to change anything here. I don't want to change anything here because that's got a black background on the green arrow. But when I come here, it's got green on white, so I can change that. Also, my suggestion is that as we get started on this, primarily I will work with Summer during her morning time to add some things to her categories if needed, but also I think the best thing would be for us to kind of just sit with this for a while and see what really is on there before we start adding a bunch of stuff. But if you do need to add something, just let all the rest of us know and make sure you do it in a category that has the white background on the green arrow. A couple other things. Just be aware that under things that have extra categories, there's this more Apple where we could put in more stuff eventually, but I don't really want to get into that yet. Then there's also all these categories along the top. So like places have that, food has that. So for example, meat and fish, and you go there and there's tons of different things. So just know those category pages have a lot of extra stuff. And then a lot of the words we're looking at, she will have to click into them an additional time than what she's used to. For example, in the old way, let me go back to the old way, if she went into more, then she would go into more and then more. So she had to do it 3 times to get the word. Here, she has to go more, 2, 3, 4. So that's something that we're going to need to talk to her about. And then there's also a lot of shortcuts for phrases. For example, under I, it's got a lot of I phrases. I should, I want, I feel, I can, I think, I'm going, I am. So this is going to really cut back on time for her and really help her once she learns it, but it will take her a little time. Also, all of the words have their tenses. So, for example, under feel, oops, go back there. You can see it's got feels, feeling, felt, to feel. That's why there's that additional 4 clicks, because you're going into 4 sections, because we want all of the words to have the different tenses. I think that's everything. So obviously there's a lot of great words on here. It's going to be fun for her to start to explore them. And so my plan is to intro her to this on Monday, and just that school time we'll just be spending a lot of time exploring, rather than just trying to figure out, you know, and also helping her see where the words have been moved to. So we'll just kind of work that into the school schedule. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll have these packets here for you. You can also just text or email me if you think of anything else. And if any glitches or concerns come up, it would probably be best if you first text or call me before trying to call Christine or PRC, in case it's something that I already talked about with her. That would be great. Okay, thanks. I'm excited for this.